This is Dave Hurwitz at ClassicsToday.com with a review of a potentially intriguing new release, Debussy's Nocturnes and the Duruflé Requiem, featuring Robin Ticciati conducting the Deutsches Symphony Orchestra Berlin, the Berlin Radio Choir, and mezzo-soprano Magdalena Kozina, who sounds fine for the few minutes that she sings. But let's start with the Debussy. Now, the Nocturnes have been recorded a million times. It's a tough piece to bring off, partly because of its deceptive dynamic range. You think nocturnes, you think, oh, it's nocturnal, it's quiet, it's soft, it's fuzzy, it's impressionistic. Well, it is, but it's also perky and bright and brilliant and in some places shocking, such as, the fortissimo brass entrance at the beginning of Fête, which Debussy marks for a sustained fortissimo under a triple forte timpani roll. It should come as a shock. Here it doesn't. And the same thing at the opposite end of the dynamic spectrum happens with the trumpets, where, this performance, for example, they sound like they're about a million miles away, but Debussy just marks them pianissimo. They're just muted trumpets, pianissimo. And you want to hear the tune, and you want to hear the rhythm, because it's an approaching procession. And you don't get a sense of that here. Everything is just a little bit straight-laced, undercharacterized, and perfunctory. I wish I liked it more. I really did, because it's a serious effort, and it's nicely recorded, but it just doesn't cut it. The best performance of the Nocturnes, or one of the best, shall we say, there are really quite a few in such a popular piece, is this one, Claudio Abbato's with the Boston Symphony Orchestra, made during Abbato's less fussy phase. It's really excellent and beautifully recorded, and you can find others. Pierre Boulez did them very well. Bernard Haitink did them very well. This performance just doesn't match up. Now, on to the Duruflé, a beautiful piece. It exists in 100 different versions. He made a version for chamber orchestra and choir, for full orchestra and choir and organ, for just organ. There's the underwater version, the outer space version. There's every version you can imagine. The version for, harmonica choir. This is the full orchestra version. It's just dull. It's really just dull. Everything is slightly under tempo. The big eruption in the Domine Jesu Christi doesn't happen. And worst of all, the chorus, which is an excellent chorus, is drowned out by the orchestra whenever the volume rises above mezzo forte, and it just turns into mush, which is really a pity. If you like the Duruflé, my favorite version is this one with Andrew Davis. It's really, really a beautiful version. You've got Kiri Tekanawa. Sorry about that, my dear. Kiri Tekanawa as the soprano soloist. It's absolutely lovely and full of vigor where it needs vigor. And for choral singing, it's very hard to beat Robert Shaw with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra and chorus on Telarc. Both of them have the Fauré Requiems as the coupling. The piece has been recorded so frequently, so many of these pieces now, it's very hard to do something new and original. But that does not excuse dullness. Nothing ever excuses dullness. My advice to Maestro Ticciati would be, if you can't be different, just be exciting. It's okay, even in Impressionist music and French sacred music. Thank you very much. Keep on listening. Take care.